I've just got my period, so I am gonna have a hot water bottle and I'm gonna take some painkillers. The cramps are starting, but I know it's gonna be a bad one. I just have that feeling. And a nurse on TikTok told me to take painkillers before the pain starts and you'll be with it, which I never do. I always wait until it's like brutal and then I take painkillers, but no. I'm also really in the mood to do my tarot. It's something that I really want to learn because I went to a medium, a psychic or a tarot reader person, and they told me that I'm psychic. I felt like I should probably do something with that. I also thought it would just be really fun to do for friends. If I went around to someone's house, I could bring my tarot cards. So I've always wanted to learn, so I'm trying to teach myself. But it's just there are so many cards. And then the more I learn, there's so much more depth to them. Like how they connect to astrology, but their original meanings, the meanings that they have in reverse, and then the combination of them with other cards. It's just a lot. I'm half kidding no, I'm not actually kidding at all. I really do think that I am psychic. And I do kind of think all Celtic women are, but not to get too woo-woo. I do think that tarot is a fantastic tool to be more self-reflective. The same way as journaling or therapy. I feel like when cards come up for you and then there's like a meaning and there's a meaning assigned to that card, I feel like it makes you reflect on the aspects of your life that you have a gut reaction to with that symbol, if you know what I mean. So I feel like I actually really like the death card because it means change. I am going through a lot of change in this period. It's actually really enjoyable change. So I'm going to keep this out while I pick some more cards because I feel like I think it's just good to reflect on your week. Oh my god, I just had 3 cards jump out. Look, also I have arthritis, and when I go to get my period, I feel very inflamed right now. So I also lose the dexterity in my hand. So it could be also that, or these could be 3 jumping cards. I do actually lose the dexterity in my hand. It is the most annoying thing if anyone else has arthritis. It just makes me feel like an old lady because I know instantly when I'm getting my period and when my body's inflamed because I cannot hold a set of keys. I will pick the keys up, immediately drop them. I'll try and pick them up off the floor, drop them again. I'm not in any pain. I've been able to manage my arthritis over the years really well, but I can't explain the feeling. It's just like your hand's puffy. I have a little puffy hand around when I've really bad PMS. Does anyone else have that? Does anyone else have arthritis? Fill up my hot water bottle and come back. Only slight problem with taking these tablets is there's caffeine in them. I don't really have caffeine that regularly anymore, so I'm probably not going to be able to sleep. Last card. Let's get this card out. 3 come out, so I'm just gonna go with them to the side. I'm so pissed off. I have this collection on TikTok where I save all of the people I like who do tarot, and there was this guy. If anyone can tell me who he is, I would be very much appreciative. He was doing this thing where he would get the cards and he would do word association, but he would write it on the card. So he would associate 2 words with the card. So it was like, so for example, the Wheel of Fortune is 1 and 0. Here it is. So he would teach you it in this way. So the Wheel of Fortune is 10. So 10 is 1 and 0. So 0 is the Fool, and the Fool is like newness. It's like the unknown. And then 1 is the Magician. The Magician is potential. What if? So combine the 2 of them together and what you get is anticipating new potential. So like new potential to come. And I just really like the way he did it. It kind of just helped me make so much sense of it. And I just went to my collection and I had loads of his videos saved, like he's deleted them. So I don't know if he deleted his account or something like that, but it makes me sad because I really enjoyed that way of doing it. But anyway, I used obviously a little book that comes with it, and I do a few different meanings, and then I have it all in my notes app. I basically take little bits of information from everywhere and then try and gather my own conclusion, if that makes sense. Okay, I really like this. The death card is not literal about the literal death of any person. It represents the death of something, like a project, a plan, a relationship. This card also symbolizes the time of harvest, symbolized in the classic tarot deck by the reaping skeleton. As the scythe cuts the cord that links us to the path, it liberates us to go forward without fear. I love that. I didn't really pay attention to what was reversed. I think I only had one reversed card, but I really wasn't paying attention. But anyway, I'm just learning. I'm going to type up each meaning, and then I'm also going to ask ChatGPT to read the whole spread. So just bear with. Off we go to ChatGPT, my best friend. ChatGPT is saying because the skeleton is in armor, it's a force of unstoppable change, and also has added that the sun in the background, like the dawn is coming, also represents Scorpio. I'm Scorpio rising. Love that. Next is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles represents the energy of a king. This card in the suit of pentacles, or pentacles displayed, one who has accomplished a lot in life. Although this does not always win him love, it certainly earns him respect. King of Pentacles advanced advises you to behave as if you were already a success. Project confidence that your plans and goals are in the process of unfolding perfectly. Soon enough, you will be able to receive blessing after blessing. I'm loving this reading so far, by the way. But what's interesting is, for me, a lot of the cards come up again and again and again, and there are cards that I have never gotten. So many wands came up for me last year. Nearly all the wands written down. I don't have any of the Pentacles suite written down. So that's interesting that they've never come up for me before. So the next card is the Ace of Pentacles. The ace of this suit, usually pictured with a garden or an agricultural backdrop, symbolizes a seed. If this talent is planted and tended carefully, it will sprout and reward you with a good harvest. An ace represents the first step to a goal, and if that step is repeated, will cover great distance. But in this case of the ace, it could be symbolizing a winning idea, a game plan, or a blueprint for eventual materialization. In the advanced position, the Ace of Pentacles advises that you apply nature's lesson of compound interest and develop your project gradually. A slow and steady build-up, visible or invisible, makes changes and growth inevitable, while humbly and faithfully taking one step at a time. I love this reading. Also, the King of Pentacles represents a Taurus, and the Ace of Pentacles represents an earth sign. I'm Virgo, so I feel like that kind of resonates. Loving this so far. I feel like this is the four. I think this is the Four of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Four of Swords. So I have it that the swords represent thoughts and they represent the element air. So could be an air sign, or it could be directed to me and my thoughts. So the 4 in this suit sends a message to take some time out, surrendering worldly concerns and retreating to a sheltered place of serenity away from the hustle and bustle. In the advanced position, the 4 of Swords in this position strongly urges you to keep your own counsel in this situation. There may be too much fear and hostility in the environment for you to be heard. It may be that your ideas are not ripe enough, or that you're not ready to listen to feedback from others. The time for sharing will come later. Oh my God, that resonates with me so much. Sometimes when it's just like you're so early at the start of something, so it's just this kind of little idea floating around in your head and nobody gets it but you. But when you put it into practice and you can show people, then they'll get it. I do feel like I do have a few things that are in infancy, and only when they are fully realized will they make sense to people. So I think it's not good always to share your ideas with people, even though you get very excited about it, because other people can then project their own fears onto you and your idea and kind of like take the wind out of your sails. That caffeine has just kicked in. Holy moly. I actually feel like I could have a panic attack. Fucking hell. Next card is the Page of Wands, which I believe the pages can represent a young man. Not that there'll be any young man about, but you know what I mean. Page of Wands. Where is it? And the wands symbolize action and fire signs. So it could be like Aries, Leo, Sag man as well, like a new potential man. Doubtful. My cheeks are going red. We're getting into real period territory here. Might not have long left. Page of Wands. This card has traditionally entitled the page, but in modern decks, it appears as a princess. This archetype is that of a unique individual, a non-conformist, often something of a bohemian, definitely independent by nature. He or she requires in the way of affirmation or approval, perhaps a mischief maker, often an innovator or inventor. That's interesting that they've gone gender neutral. I love that, because I do feel like this energy is quite mischievous, non-conformist. Could be a non-binary person. In the advanced position, this card suggests that you cannot know how to facilitate communication until you have studied your environment, get a clear sense of what is going on around you. Think of yourself as a secret agent for the greater good. However, right now you're being asked to watch quietly from the sidelines. We have the moon. The moon card often refers to a deep state of sensitivity and imagination. The moon card represents the ultimate test of a soul's integrity, and where the membrane between the self and the unknown is removed, what transpires next between a soul and its maker. The moon card in the advanced position advises that you trust your instincts and intuitions. Your intuitive body, which is connected to all living things, is sharper and quicker than the cultivated civilized self. A better approach would be to meditate. Try to just be a witness. Do nothing. Let nature carry you forward. This might be your best option in this situation. Interesting. I think it's a water sign as well. Is it Cancer? Pisces. Obviously, intuition. I'm an idiot. Also, Pisces is my sister sign, so I have a hard time trusting my intuition. So next is the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands usually indicates a need for rest, time out to mend wounds and savor victories. He or she hasn't had the chance to totally heal from past blows and is still up there taking another beating. Fight off the maniacal thought that only you can save the day. Stop rejecting loved ones who want to help you. Okay, reversed, which is us. Avoid a situation that seems like a losing battle. Are you truly defending high ground because of a humanitarian motive, or are you merely competing with others? If you truly do not want to belong to the forefront when all is said and done, you will not be seen as a hero for obstructing others. Oh my God. This is interesting because ChatGPT says differently. ChatGPT says the Nine of Wands represents resilience, perseverance, and defensive energy after a long period of struggle or challenge. It's about standing strong even when you're feeling worn out or weary, holding your ground and pushing through despite adversity. This card symbolizes the last push of it, the end of a tough cycle. I think I like ChatGPT's interpretation better. And then I'm down to the last two that flew out. So the Justice card, which I believe is Libra. The Justice card has to do with moral sensitivity and a sense of fairness. The Justice card advanced, listen carefully to others explain to you their version of events and the parts that they played. It is unnecessary to offer feedback. Your role is to observe, listen closely. As you witness people's accounts of themselves, your understanding will go beyond words, will reveal the truths that will enable you to make a wise and accurate assessment. That's quite like the Page of Wands that I got earlier, to sit on the sidelines and observe, but could potentially mean legal matters, a contract or an agreement, which is very relevant to me. Weird. Last card, the Nine of Pentacles. That's gotta be good. There's 9 of them. A lot of pentacles for me, which I don't normally get, which I'm very happy about. The 9 of this suits points to a person who is financially secure enough to live comfortably. Thank fuck for that. This is about somebody supported by her own business. Yes. This is one person in 1,000. Do not be fooled at the apparent ease displayed on this card. This person is pictured at the tail end of a very long and stressful process of winning the right to be taken seriously. Advanced. The Nine of Pentacles in this position suggests that you prepare yourself for greater resources to be flowing in your direction. Hard work has brought you to a place where you could earn and receive grace, comfort, and freedom. Gather your dreams and get ready. You deserve this happiness. I love this card. Like, fuck, it wasn't reversed. Let's see what ChatGPT says. I feel like this is definitely Virgo energy. I know Virgo is the hermit, but I feel like a female in abundance in a garden. It's giving maiden, no? Also self-sufficiency. Hello. Love this. I've put all the cards into ChatGPT and I'm just going to ask it to give me a reading of the whole spread. Okay. So ChatGPT says the card suggests you are undergoing a transformative period where you are releasing old patterns to make way for new patterns. But there is a sense of insecurity or self-doubt about your achievements, particularly in terms of your material success and independence. The Nine of Pentacles reversed indicates that while you may have worked hard, you're not fully connected with the rewards you've earned, possibly feeling disconnected from your accomplishment. The Justice card calls for you to make fair, truthful decisions, while the Ace of Pentacles promises new opportunities for prosperity, urging you to believe your abilities and manifest your desires from a place of inner confidence and balance. It's time to reconnect with your sense of self-worth and trust the path that you are on. Ooh, Amazing. That is the end of my little tarot lesson. I've actually really enjoyed doing that. I find it super therapeutic. I'm going to retire for the evening. But that was really fun and I love doing my tarot.